McGaw. I'm so excited to bring to you and present Mr. John Riley III.
How you doing? Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, sir. How are you?
You know what? I could not be better. How's it going today, Kimberly?
It's going amazing. I look forward to hearing you and hearing from your expertise this morning. I want to let you know that genius is coming, and I will see you on the other side.
Sounds good.
All right. Good morning, John.
How you doing, sir?
I'm wonderful. I am wonderful. This is a great holiday season. It's a time to give back, to give freely, and to give generously. And I appreciate you giving generously during your time. And here at the Levan Center of Innovation, which you are part of the Levan Cyber Range, I want you to tell our listeners, our audience out there. I mean, not too many people are exposed or understand what a cyber range actually is.
No problem, Grant. I mean, it's something that's becoming more and more needed as you understand what the cyber attacks that have been going on. So Cyber Range is really designed to help organizations, one, to come get cyber training awareness of understanding what a cyber attack is, how it affects them. I'd say executives for their responsibilities with it, but also coming to test out their plans for a cyber attack. Now, that's a lot of things people don't realize is how do I test out my plan when I have a cyber attack? What are my responsibilities as an executive, as a CEO, as a technical, what they call chief information security officer, and allows them to prepare for that. So when they do attack, now it's never about if they're going to get hacked. It's always when. And if you look at what's going on in the industry, and Grant, you know, like I do, it's not stopping. If anything, it's getting faster. And just to give you an example of that, in 2022, the ransomware attacks, I think, were over 25 million. By September of this year, it's already surpassed the number of attacks from 2022. That's how fast it's speeding up. By September of this year, it surpassed all these cyber attacks in ransomware attacks in 2022.
That is and that's something that's amazing when you think about the magnitude of cyber attacks. And that's the reason, because data is valuable.
Yes.
People want to hold that data. They want to get a hold of it because they can utilize it for their own nefarious activities. We understand, we talked last time, it's a $6 trillion industry. $6 trillion. $6 trillion. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing. I mean, I was even reading today that they're turning in supply chain hacking into a service. Like, that's crazy, right? It's turning in that bit of business. They're turning supply chain hacking as a service, as an offering. And that's telling you how these threat actors, what they call them, are thinking now, that it's such a business that they're going at it with a business mentality of how to be productive in it. And we'll get in, I know we'll talk about AI and technology but that has been speeding it up and making it so much easier for people to attack other people, companies, organizations. And it's almost on a scary level of how fast it's moving. And the predictions for 2024 and 2025 are going through the roof of what to start preparing for now.
And this is something to take note. A lot of the people that are listening are business owners, they're entrepreneurs. They have infrastructure. They have, it's your current digital landscape and what that looks like. It's people, processes, and then as obviously there's different softwares that are involved. You help people to understand what will happen during a crisis, during an event. Just to say, it's like right now, everybody's kind of enjoying the holiday season. Things, there's maybe a skeleton crew somewhat, in the office. And then this is the time where people are kind of like, all right, yeah, I get this, silly email that came in. Oh, this is cute, and then they click on it, and then boom, whether they realize it or not. And this is the thing that you got me last time we talked. Sometimes these payloads are in your system for years, a couple of years, before they activate them. And then once they activate them, then they go around getting your proprietary information. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, there was an attack on a news station up in Canada where they were state sponsored, which means they're from another country. So China had hacked into this news station agency. They were in there for 2 years without them knowing it. They got passport information, birth certificates, social security numbers. And after they found out the attack, a year later, they found out they were in there for 2 years. So it took them almost 3 years at that point to realize, wow, these guys have everything, all of our information. And that's what people need to think of. Think about this right now in your systems. Even when you go to work, somebody could be in your systems right now for years and you do not know about it, which means they know everything about you, your patterns, who you send payments to, who your vendors are. And that's the scary thing about this now is they're not doing it sometimes fast where you get a ransomware attack and they want to get paid right away. Some people want more intel than anything else. And to give you an example, Grant, 23andMe got hacked, right? They took 7 million DNA files. 7 million DNA files, right? Think about that, right? What can you do with that? Almost anything. I mean, you think from a terrorist standpoint, you think about from, cloning to anything, right? 7 million DNA files. So that's super scary. You can get that kind of intel, that kind of tangible information from a cyberware attack, and they're not stopping, and they're going after what they call critical infrastructure like hospitals and everything else. I mean, more than 100 million people were affected this year by cyber attacks at hospitals. 100 million. And the year's right, and we still have almost a week and a half left. So
yeah, that's a lot. It's just so when you think about that, it's like the magnitude is tremendous. So on the other side of the ball, what are we doing as companies? This is the question I ask the audience, and I ask a lot of leaders. Yeah. It used to be like, oh, well, technology, well, that's the CIO's job. That's the Chief Information Security Officer's job. And now we start to realize, and we talked about this, and we'll talk about it again, that no, you're responsible as a fiduciary officer for what happens to your data. This is no longer a technology issue. This is a enterprise-wide issue, right?
It comes down to a people problem at that time, where a lot of people think they're hacking in and getting into the systems. A lot of it because of the phishing scams or phishing emails, about 3.5 million are sent daily, right? They're relying on people to give them access to their systems. And without proper, I'd say, consistent cyber awareness training and understanding of this, you're making it so much easier for them. And it's we talked about this last time when MGM casinos got hacked back in September. They got in through a phone call of calling in, pretending like they lost their password. And they gave them access over the phone. And at that point, they shut down all the casinos globally. So it's really this awareness of the people. It's not just a technical person sitting at his desk trying to prepare, I'd say, trying to stop the attack. It's really, they're not even going that route. They're going straight to the people that they know get thousands of emails a day. They do it in different ways. You see it nowadays of, hey, here's a free Walmart card for $100. Here's this free thing, access it today. And that's what they're banking on. Kind of your pattern of free and everything else like that. And once they know that, once they've researched that, and they'll watch organizations' buildings and see people's lunch patterns, right? Seeing where they're going to lunch, everything. They'll get all this detail and then really play upon that and get into your systems through an easy way of just an email question and make it look very, very real.
I know I got an email, I think it was yesterday. It came from a bank, came from Wells Fargo, right? And Wells Fargo, it said in the email, hey, we need you to go in and check your account for frauded activity. The biggest problem is I don't have an account with Wells Fargo.
See?
I'm like, well, that's interesting. So the first thing I did was, and I do this now, especially when I get emails from people I don't know or organizations I'm not really sure of, I hover over the icon of the email to see who it actually came from, to see that email address. Obviously, it wasn't from Wells Fargo. It was some Gmail account from something and something or other. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, and that's part of the cyber awareness training for everybody, right? It's learning the tricks of how to hover over an email, how to hover over an icon, and seeing if that email address is coming from a credible source. And many people and organizations have been tripped up at it. We know a local city here, and here in Florida, like Grant, you and I do, where they did the same thing, and they were working with a construction company, and they copied the construction company's email address, the logo, and everything, and requested a payment of $1.5 million. And because it was something that seemed that was familiar, they sent that payment out to them. Now, easily, I mean, you got to realize if they're always getting emails from this one organization, it didn't seem like it was anything out of the ordinary. But they were that slick that they changed the email address by one letter and got them to send that payment. And that's how they're doing it. They're really becoming very sophisticated in how they're doing it, of even hovering over it, but they have it so similar that if you look at it real quick, it's an easy thing that all of us can easily make that mistake if we're not paying attention to it.
100%. That's the thing. And not all the tools. There's a lot of software tools out there. You know, we all grew up in the area of malware. You know, you get this malware, and then you get this information that checks down your computer, and you get all this googly goop, and you gotta get somebody to clean up your computer. That's still out there. There's spam filters. There's so many spam filters that are out there. You go to your email, and the cool thing about that is that when it goes to the spam, it shuts down all the different outside links. So that's what's happening in your junk file. I don't think a lot of people realize that it actually kind of quarantines the email, and then kind of looks at it, and then, you know, unless you qualify it, pull it out, and then go ahead and work with it. But you've got to be paying attention to where the trust but verify is the term I always hear over and over again.
No, it is, and it's that right there of constantly being on top of it. And all of us are very busy. And I also look at the threat to startup companies. Like, you know, a lot of startup companies, they're not thinking of cyber attacks as they're starting these businesses of they can get hacked. And they're the ones most vulnerable because they don't have the money to do a ransomware attack. They don't have the technology in place to stop an attack. And once an attack hits a growing small business, it could stop their business instantly, right? They can shut them down, and that's it. So it could be a year or 2 years you've been in business, and one cyber attack could literally take out your business, and that's it. They can take all your funds, find a different way into your accounts. And that's where cyber awareness training and preparedness is becoming more prevalent for a lot of people and organizations now in this new age of AI and automation. And, you know, we talk about deep fakes, where now they can imitate your image and your voice, right? Imitate your image and your voice to look and sound just like you, even in a video. That's how they're getting so sophisticated with this. And that's where technology is now coming into play in such a strong place with AI and generative AI, what they call large language models, of how these attackers are going after people, that it's I don't want to say paranoid, right? But you almost have to be a little bit paranoid, because you're like, I'm like, is this really a person? Is this really the right thing? Is this really the voicemail from the person that I know? Right? It's those things. And you don't think you'd have to think about that, but now what I've seen the past year and what's coming, you definitely have to think in that manner. Just like you got that, you know, that email from Wells Fargo. What if it was an actual email from the bank account you do have?
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes you don't even second guess that. Oh, my bank account. Yeah. Automatically. They must be sending it for a reason, because there must be something fraud against my account. I want to check right away. Boom. And they got you.
Yeah. No, and these are the things where we need more training. I want you to talk to us about a scenario as we walk through the Levan Cyber range. If somebody or organization that are interested, it's like, you know what? Wow, this sounds interesting. Talk to us about what you take them through, what they can expect to experience.
Sure. Normally we start with an executive briefing and an overview and awareness training. And normally that means bringing the executive team in, the CEO, CFO, the CIO, and some of their technical team, and walking through what's going on now, right? So making them aware of, here have been the attacks in your industries. Here's who's been affected. Here's how it's now affecting you. Here are the new laws and regulations that are coming down the pipe from the SEC now. But a lot of people don't understand is the SEC is now holding CEOs accountable for cyber attacks. Even if they weren't a part of what they call their incident response plan, which means how you respond to an attack, they're still now holding CEOs accountable for that. And some are even been going to jail. There was a cyber attack by an organization called SolarWinds almost 3 to 4 years ago. The SEC is now going after them and this chief information security officer and charging them with not being able to report that fast enough and reporting false facts of that cyber attack and how it was handled. So knowing that is something a lot of executives and the leaders need to know going into what am I now responsible for when it comes to a cyber attack. Once we bring in him in and we do that, we do something we call like a tabletop exercise where we go through their environments, run through their systems, and test out the response plan against their environments, allowing them to understand, okay, we are able to stop this attack if it came in. We could, we were notified right away. And also we know the protocols after that of who needs to be informed after that cyber attack. Is it the FBI right away? Is it our lawyers? Do we need to report to the press? How much do we report to the press? And then what are the next steps after that? The contingency plan, do I need to give my whole team brand new laptops so they can continue to working? Can everybody come into work or do you need to work from home? It's really running through these scenarios and preparing them, but also getting their technical team up to speed as well. So we do have certification training tracks for them to go through to get their team consistently learning what the new threats are and preparing them for it. Because that's what happens with a lot of people think of training as a last option at the end. And with cybersecurity training, it's more important than ever that their teams are kept up on their skills of what to prepare for with these new cyber attacks.
And do they get a certification that they can utilize against like cyber insurance? There's insurances out
Absolutely.
there.
I mean, you bring up a great point there, Grant. I mean, we were partnered with a company called Box Insurance here that allows you, if you're taking the training classes, you will get a discount on your cyber insurance. And if you're seeing that with all the attacks, a lot of people are thinking, oh, I'll just get cybersecurity insurance and I'll be protected. Well, it doesn't usually work that way, because if they go out there before they insure you and they find any information of yours that's on the black web, they will not insure you until it's removed. And then after you have that, going through the training and make sure you've had cyber awareness training, then they will insure you at that time. So a lot of insurance companies are now starting to require that, because now a lot of insurance there's been so many cyber attacks, insurance companies don't like to pay. And because of cybersecurity chance, and now they're paying more than ever, they're making it more stringent on how to get approved for cybersecurity insurance.
Man, these are all things that we really need to consider. I want to ask you this. You've done a number of these different exercises. What are usually the number one thing, or maybe a couple of things that you usually find that these teams, they have an aha moment? Because they feel like, hey, we have a plan. We've got a plan. We've got this thing. We run through these scenarios internally. We think we've got it down packed, but you know what? This is a good idea. Maybe we need it to get insurance. We'll go ahead and run through this program. And then they go like, wow, I didn't realize that.
And it's really kind of doing those tabletops when they're thinking that their plan to stop an attack, and they realize the right people aren't in the right places, or they don't know who to go to. That's when the aha moment goes, well, who's responsible for that? And it kind of like looks on their face, and you kind of see the situation get tighter. Okay, well, you're the CEO. Who should you be calling on your team? I don't know. Well, I thought as a better person know that your CISO doesn't handle that. The person on his team handles that. Now, who does he call, right? Who does he stay in touch with? And once they start seeing that there's not a strong communication in their plan of the action items or the next steps, that's when I was like, okay, we need to do this again. And we need to update what we're doing, because now there's new attacks out there that we're not prepared for. So we normally tell people, you might do a tabletop exercise in January, but by December, the technology moves so fast that your response can no longer respond to an attack. And this is why keeping up consistently with that training and the exercises allows you to prepare for that. Like we talk about, I was in the military as well. It's that muscle memory of consistently keep doing it to where it happens and you don't freeze, right? You respond to it in a way that you've been trained to do that. And that's the biggest thing. And one of our partners here talks about, he's work with companies. He tells us like, when you're on fire, they teach you to stop, drop, and roll, right? Well, when you're on fire, you see people, they just keep running, right? Because it's not practiced all the time. Even though they were told stop, drop, and roll, it doesn't matter. So even if you've done your response plan or your tabletop one time, when it happens, say 4 or 6 months later, if you haven't been practicing it, you're not going to react that same way you thought you were.
Very true. Very true. I work with you and your team as an affiliate.
Yep.
And what I've done is talk to a lot of my different clients, different accounts that I have about cyber training, about cyber awareness, and what's happening. A lot of times, oh yeah, we do that maybe, a couple of times a year. or we might do some penetration, they call penetration testing, right? With somebody on the outside, they're paying them basically to hack
Yeah.
their system. And they might happen, like I said, maybe a couple of times a year. What we're finding is that the frequency of cyber attacks and their tactics are changing daily. So if you are having these kinds of awareness training only once or twice a year, you're already way behind,
Yeah.
because these nefarious actors, they're learning all the time through AI algorithms. It's like, you know
Mhm.
what? They understand how to do this. Wow. You know what? Let's go at it this way.
Yeah.
Let's go behind it this way.
Yeah.
And you haven't even trained on anything like this, and then you get hacked.
And that's it, right? It's it's thinking, oh, well, we've always done it this way, right? We've always just gone into a conference room. We go through a checkbox of, yep, that's my role. That's my role. Yep, that's your role there. And thinking that that's going to be the case. Well, I always call, when military background, when rounds are coming down range, that piece of paper is not going to be anything you're going to refer to, right? You're going to be, what do we do? What do we do? And even though you thought you were prepared for it, you really didn't prepare the right way you should have, or consistently enough to be able to respond to it in a way that can address that challenge. And I think this is where a lot of organizations need to start this, I call it digital transformation mindset of, we need to change the way we're thinking in the culture and become a cyber focused culture of, how do we build this resilience in our organization? It's through the people, right? It's through preparing them for, I'm not going to be with you when you're on the front lines over there and you get this phishing email. I need you to know that you can handle this when it comes in, and then report it to the people that needs to report, like, hey, I just got this email. Can you give it to me? That way everybody else is aware of it and knows how to prepare for it. And that's the challenge, right? Because if you're not preparing everybody that's in your organization, not just technical people, but everybody that's underneath you working towards that same goal, it's really making it so much easier for these threat actors to come and attack you, because they know you're not prepared. They know your team is not looking at emails or understanding what a phishing email is or any of that. And they're loving that. They're like, we'll keep doing it. So you look at organizations that are hacked and don't prepare, they keep getting hacked after that again and again and again. Target's another one. Target got hacked 2 years ago. They got hacked a month ago and shut down the supply chain, because people know you're vulnerable and you still haven't addressed the issue. So they're going to keep going after you until you can stop them.
That's it. That's it. They're going to keep exploiting you. I talk to people a lot about what happens right now. Right now,
Yep.
you can't access your data. You cannot access your desktop, your laptop, your phone. It's shut down. What is the implications of that?
Everything. Think about it, right? It's everything, especially from a ransomware attack. I know an insurance company that was in Chicago that paid out $43 million in a ransomware attack. It's an insurance company. Once they found out that they couldn't get their stuff back, they paid the ransom. It depends on what industry you're in and how important that data is, right? Insurance, critical infrastructure locations like a power plant or hospitals or anything like that, especially hospitals. Hospitals getting, over the holidays, Thanksgiving, I think 8 hospitals got hit, shut down, and then they're now blackmailing the patients because they got their data, right?
Wow.
That's, showing you the threat of, we don't have access to our data. How do we protect this? This is patient. You think of HIPAA and everything, compliance. Everything goes out the window at that point. You're like, all my information's out there. Now they can sell it. This is what these threat actors are doing.
Then how do you, even let's say you pay the ransom, you paid the 43 million, how do you trust your data after that? How do you trust a thief that's already stolen from you just to be nice and give you back your data without anything happen to that data? They haven't massaged that data.
That's the risk, right? It's like, I want to pay you this money, but how do I know I'm getting all my data back? And people that have known to pay the ransomware have gotten their data back, and it's all everywhere. It's just all over the place.
So
and
it's not even
a challenge.
It's not intact. So yeah, you got your data back, but then you can't even, maybe it's not even usable or not. Is it 20%? It's a mess, basically, it comes down to.
Yeah, it's a mess. And that's the risk, right? I mean, once they get your stuff and they can give it back to you, but it's not going to be an easy process. It's not like they're giving it back to you in the same format that they stole it. They're just going to throw it over the fence to you and go, thank you, have a nice day. And oh, by the way, maybe we left something behind in that data file and we're still in your accounts.
Again, as you said earlier, like, you know what, I'm gonna hack you again. Give me 6 months. You're gonna feel good. I'm coming back to you because I've already planted something in there. And sometimes you can't see, your tools can't detect that anomaly because there's some kind of anomaly in your data that kind of explodes that payload. That's very, very interesting.
That's the challenge, right? It's not knowing. It's like leaving a landmine behind that's just sitting there, right? Just leaving it, just let it simmer, let it go through your files, everything else, and we'll just stay in here as long as we want and come back again and get another attack from you, right? I mean, they'll send cyber forensic people in there, and hopefully, I mean, that's what MGM did after theirs. They spent over $1 million on cyber forensic experts to see, hey, are we still safe? Is there still anything left in our systems? And that's where you take that risk. But a lot of organizations don't have that money, don't have the money to do that. So it's something that people need to think about after a cyber attack. And if you want to pay, and the FBI tells you not to pay ransom attacks, but it's still your organization, and to give you an example, also, these threat actors are becoming so bold, right? So the SEC now has new rules that if you're attacked, you have to report to them within 4 days, right? So these ransomware attackers hit this organization. The organization never reported to the SEC. So what the hackers do, they called the SEC and filed a complaint that this company didn't report the hack that they did against them.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. And that's the thing. Once you're in their noose and then you're in their crosshairs, it's hard to get out. One thing I like about the Levan Center is that the forward thinking. Your cyber range is located within the Levan Innovation Center.
Yes.
It is located on the NSU or the Nova Southeastern University campus. And you've got relationships on a government level, an academic level, an enterprise level, a startup level. So you get a lot of exposure, and then you're able to help these organizations. Does the cyber range give, like, I don't know if you call it a guarantee, but what is the expectation as they get through your program that they're going to receive?
It's not necessarily a guarantee, but it's more they'll understand right away how important it is to consistently keep up with that training. I mean, Grant, I'm in the cyber range right now. You can see with my background, everything like that. You've been in here. When you walk in this, it's a military-grade cyber range that's been approved by the FBI, NSF, DOD, Cyber Command, all signed off on it as a military-grade range. So when you walk in here, it's like walking in the Pentagon. Door closes, there's no windows, it's soundproof and everything else. So you feel like you're in an environment that you're going to get the training that you need to start preparing you for a cyber attack. And that's what you need. You need to feel like, okay, if I had a cyber attack, I need to go to my war room and I need to start planning and training and preparing that. And if it happens in real life, my team would need to be in its own separate room, being able to address those issues. So when they're here, they get it right away within the first 30 minutes of, okay, this is serious. I need to be paying attention. So it's not about coming in here and you're on your cell phone, going through the stuff. We make sure the information or the training we're giving keeps you engaged. And that's the challenge thing, right? You go to a lot of organizations, it's in a conference room, it's over here, you have distractions, people want to check your email. We make sure it's very engaging from the start, that you get the feeling that, okay, I need to go through the scenario as if it's a real life scenario.
I like that. The reality of it, the authenticity of it. And I like what you said even earlier, like, you have a plan, just like, I'm into sports. I'm sure you're into sports, right? Every coach comes out there and their team to come out there with a plan. This is what we're going to do. Here's our A, B, C, D, our contingency. But there's a team on the other side of, in this game that's coming out with their plan. They're going to implement it. And when you actually see the game, almost about 3 or 4 plays in, you throw out the plan. You got to reassess everything. I want our viewers, our audience, to understand that you might have a plan, but when it actually happens, you're actually in a situation, that's when you realize, wow, plan A didn't work, plan B somewhat was there. Plan C, well, I didn't see my guy, going down and getting hurt. I didn't see someone else. All these other things, real life kind of comes into play, right?
Yeah. And that's the way you look at it. I mean, we know that famous saying by Mike Tyson, everybody's got a plan to get punched in the mouth. Right? I mean, and that's really like a cyber attack. Once you get that first punch in the mouth, and I mean the eyes start tearing up and everything, and you're backing up and you're trying to get your legs underneath you, that's a cyber attack. That's that feeling of the unknown, like where did that just come from? I didn't know it was going to be that powerful of a hit. Okay, do I have what it takes to fight back against this? And that's where, like you're saying, that plan B, plan C really comes into effect of, okay, what do I need to do? Do I need to move to the left? Do I need to move to the right? What do I need to do to stop the next blow that's coming? And you need to think about this as you're going through it, as you need to train in that same manner, like that reaction, that response of, okay, I know it's coming left because they're going left, not a problem. I can move past that. That's how you need to plan for your cyber attacks I know I'm going to get punched in the mouth. I just don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. It's inevitable. And a lot of organizations that kept saying it's not going to happen to me. It has happened. I mean, large organizations. I mean, our government agencies got hit in July, 7 of them, DOE. Now, these are organizations that focus on cybersecurity every single day. Now, if they can get hacked and breached, what's going to say that any other organization cannot get hacked and breached?
Now, let me ask you this. So now we hear about the frightening realities of it. And let's just say, all right, I'm taking, John, you've convinced me. Yeah, I got our team. We are going to go ahead and take you up on cyber awareness training. And give us just like 4 or 5 different tips that an organization like, some digital hygiene, we'll call it like that, they can do like right now. We got our audience. They're sitting there like, you know what, this is important. Give me some tips right now that I can begin to utilize before I take the training so I can get better prepared.
I think it's really understanding what you have in place now. Like, you ask yourself, hey, if I walked in my office today, if we got hit with a cyber attack, what would our response be? So it's really just going through the basics of how would I do it now? Do I think we can handle it? Who would I need to talk to and understanding that? If I ask people around me and understanding, saying, hey, anybody in the hallway, do you think if you could identify a phishing email? Do you think you be able to understand something? And who do you send that information to if you think it's a phishing email, right? Understanding that whole protocol internally, preparing yourself. So as you come in, you can understand where you're weak and where you're strong, and going, okay, I think we're strong here based on these things here, but I think we're definitely weak here. And this is where we need a lot more help. And even on the areas that we're strong, how can we get stronger in those areas that I think we are? And do we have the right personnel in place, right? And a lot of organizations, they have people that wear many hats, especially on the IT side, where you don't have the budget to hire a highly technical person or the right person, someone that's been on the job doing what we call OJT training, right? On the job training, trying to learn as they go along, and they have all this pressure on them. I mean, these technical people have a lot of pressure on them because they're that front line of defense. But if they don't have the backing of the organization, of the leaders, of the people that are working on the computers, their job is twice as hard because they're always running around putting out fires. So understanding that before you come in helps you prepare to understand, these are the things I need to learn. And what do I need to learn after this, right? How do we continually keep doing this and growing and making sure that every time we do the training, it gets stronger and better, and our awareness gets stronger and better for my whole organization.
I like that preparedness, that current state, really understanding your current state. Because then when you come into the cyber range, you kind of know, you've done your own internal assessment as best that you can.
Yeah.
So then you're going to get the most out of the actual training that's taking place at the range. And then I like what you said earlier about certifications. A lot of these CISOs, and some people are like, what is Grant talking about a CISO? What is it? That's the Chief Information Security Officer. People don't realize the pressure that these CISOs have on them, and that there's incredible turnover in that particular department of just security. So talk to us a little bit about that.
And that's what's been going on a lot now, is these, what they call these CISOs, like Grant was saying, is the pressure on them is twofold. And a lot of them, and a survey has been done, I think it was by Gartner, they're saying 65% of them don't think they can even handle a serious cyber attack. because they haven't had significant training after they've come on board to prepare them of what the new threats are. And that's where a lot of people always ask, oh, well, how much should we budget for cybersecurity? And average cyber attack or a data breach is $4.5 million, right? $4.5 million, or would you rather budget $250,000 a year for continuous cybersecurity training and awareness training? And that's where it is. And this is where the CISOs have this pressure of trying to make sure their people are prepared and trained up aboard. But also, some of them might be in positions where they're not getting paid a lot. So because they're in such high demand, they can be snatched up for a very significant salary to go elsewhere. Now, if that happens, ask in your organization, ask yourself who can backfill that fast. Because right now, the demand is out there for cybersecurity experts that you're not going to fill that role in a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe not even 4 months. So during that whole period, if this person leaves, how are you addressing it now? Who's got the training to step in to do that? And this is where the importance of taking care of your CISOs and those technical teams when it comes to cybersecurity, giving them the training they need, let them get their certifications. That way, they're not going to want to leave because they know they're being taken care of and they feel comfortable that they know what they need to do. But two, now they're more secure and thinking they can stop an attack.
Yeah, and we talked about this, but we really got to hone in on the fact that the digital landscape is changing. And
Yes.
because we dwell in a world in which the economic platform is largely digital, so that means your digital platform is generating you money, and this is what's attracting the nefarious actors.
Yeah.
So they're looking at that like, wow. Like right now, you look at the NASDAQ, you look at the stock exchange, and you see, wow, what are the top 10 companies in the world? And they're digital platform companies. You know, your Amazons, your Googles, your Airbnbs, your Ubers, and all that. Like, this is transacting all the time. A lot of companies are now digital entities.
Yeah.
So you've got to understand, how do you get the awareness and training? Just like when you bring in new people on board, the first thing you do, you're going to start training them on your systems. You start training them on your processes. You start training them how to do the work. How much are you investing in your cybersecurity training as a part of that, not just as an afterthought?
And it needs to start in the beginning, especially for startups. But organization, any new technology that's adopted, right, digital transformation, will have a cybersecurity component to it. And it needs to have cybersecurity in that roadmap of how you're preparing to implement this new technology. How are you securing this new technology? How are you preparing your teams to manage securing this new technology? And it's not something back in the days like, hey, I'm just going to bring in a new server, just implement it, and that's it. It's like, no, this technology is so innovative that's changing the way people are doing business, but also has to change your process of how you implement this. And cybersecurity should always be tied hip and hip to any new technology that's being implemented in an organization. And if you're not, these are the ones that are failing and getting hacked, thinking, oh, I'll just add AI in here. I'll just add blockchain in here, right? That's not the case. You need to think about, what's my strategy when I implement this, and how are we securing it, protecting the data that's coming into it?
Yeah. Ahead of time, right?
Ahead of time.
Ahead of time. It's like when you build a building, any architect knows you've got to think about the critical factors of the environment to withstand. So you got to be thinking about, like, here we are in South Florida, any building that's built, hey, it's got to be able to withstand a Category 5 hurricane. This is a big thing. Not to say it's going to happen every day, but we do understand that we have to build for those kinds of scenarios. We got to think through that. Now, what you brought up is so important. And our C-suite people, the owners, may not might be that technically savvy, but they got to know how to ask the right questions of their IT team, not even just their IT teams, the third-party IT vendors. Because we were talking about, like, I think it was Target a few years back. They got hacked. How did they get hacked? They had a vendor of a vendor didn't have their digital hygiene together, and that caused them to lose all that credit card information.
And that's it, right? It's understanding. When we do our cyber executive briefing, the biggest thing, it's not technical, right? You have to make it so they're comfortable saying, okay, I understand this now and my responsibilities. What are the questions I need to ask, or who should I be asking these questions of? And that's what's missing, right? A lot of them just want to push it off, but it can no longer be pushed off for an executive and their teams of saying, okay, I know exactly who to call. If HR goes down, who are they calling, right? We can't send payroll out, right? You're a publicly traded company. How's this affecting us, right? Who do I call? Who do I reach out to? How do I mitigate some of this stuff fast and quickly? Do we have the right procedures in place or the right technology to stop it, or to mitigate it and stop it in a way it's not taking over the entire company, right? These are the questions that an executive and a CEO suite need to understand more than ever as these threat actors figure out such fast ways. ChatGPT and everything else is turning hackers on steroids, is making it so easy for them to learn new tricks of the trade that used to take years. Now it's taking a week or a day for them to learn a new little trick of how to hack into your system.
That's so important. You got to think about it. Do you want to be on the 6 o'clock news explaining this hack?
No, it's. I think Grant, you made up a great point, right? Because people forget it. It's the reputational damage that a lot of people don't think about with a cyber attack. If you're the captain of that ship and that cyber attack happens, that's your reputation. People remember that you were the one in charge when it happened. And if you leave, that still follows you. Oh, you're the one that let that hack happen at your last organization that you were running, right? That follows you. It's just now tied to your resume regardless, right? You were at this company, and that's for the people that even work for that company. Oh, you worked at that company, you got hacked and stole all that data? Yeah, I worked there. Or especially if you're the IT person that was there and you got hacked. That's their reputation, because then they're looking like they're at fault. So there's a whole ripple effect. I mean, those are the intangible things that happen from a cyber attack.
Oh man, and you brought that up. The brand, the damage to your brand. You can lose. You can build a great reputation for years, for decades in the community, and it just go up in smoke just by one of these attacks.
Yeah. I mean, and my tagline on my email is, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and one cyber attack to ruin it.
So we've got to be aware of this and do what we can to mitigate these situations, these circumstances. And now when a company says, I want to engage, are we talking, how much do you have a range of pricing? Am I have to give you all the money I have in my bank account to get this done, John? Or give me an idea.
No, it could range. It depends on what kind of training you need. It could range from 10 to 15,000 up to 75,000, depending on what kind of training is needed. Certifications a little bit lower than that, of course, but it's really understanding of, and that's why I said, when people think, what should I budget for? And I'm like I said, $4.5 million for an average data breach, or would you like to budget on your line item of $250,000 a year for cyberware technology and awareness training and certification training for your teams, right? It's thinking of that. So it's almost like insurance. You pay insurance for everything, and until something happens, you don't use it. But you're paying a lot of money in insurance and other things that look at cybersecurity preparedness training as insurance, right? Look at it as a line item of insurance that hopefully you don't have to use it, but I will tell you right now, you will have to use it, and you hope that you've gotten your people trained up enough that they can prepare for an attack. And that's what's needed, right? Because insurance only covers a certain amount, right? Even cybersecurity insurance, you're still billable. You're still on the hook for the rest of whatever they don't pay out. So it's like cybersecurity, they might get into the breach, but if your team's prepared and your people are prepared, they can stop that breach from being something minimal to something major.
Well, and I love how you said that. That's so important to understand the budget, what's important, get your priorities in check. You're going to have an event there at the Levan Innovation Center in a couple of months. I think late Q1 or early Q2.
Yeah. We're looking at March 22nd. It's going to be an international cyber summit, focused mainly on critical infrastructure. So it's going to be healthcare, financial services, and manufacturing. And the reason why we're making international is cybersecurity is an international threat. I mean, cyber attacks are an international threat. And to bring in the community, which we're trying to build as a cyber awareness community of experts to share what best practices are, what's going on, how people and organizations should be preparing, what's on the forefront of what they see for things in the future. this what this cyber awareness and cyber summit, I'd say, is about. It's really bringing together these experts, this industry, and then the people that need to be understanding and aware of, hey, what should I be learning from? Or, okay, what are countries like Spain or Colombia or Costa Rica or Mexico doing when it comes to cybersecurity? What kind of cyber attacks are they having to address, right? Kind of getting this, share of the land of, hey, what have you seen? This is what we've done. And then sharing that with the audience of, hey, be prepared, because these are the type of attacks we're seeing, and it's only going to happen to you guys sooner or later. And that's what it really brings together. And I think it's going to be a great event, in my opinion. I mean, just from understanding the speakers that we're going to be having, the experts that are going to be here, the vendors that work in cybersecurity with the technology and software that are going to be here, really brings in an awareness that's needed right now, I said, more than ever.
This is so important, so important. Thank you for sharing that. I want everybody to understand that even this particular network, we do this as a fundraiser for our kids to get exposure to professionals like John Riley III, to get exposure to the Levan Innovation Center. And this is done as a fundraiser. So we want to make sure that we take advantage of this, that we keep this going. It's so, so, so important. And we are in the gift giving season. You have been giving us gift after gift after gift after gift, John. This has been wonderful. I've got just one more question for you, because I'm a part of your partnership program and what that does. And then when you're talking about pricing, there are some discounts involved when you work with a partner like 5-Star BDM. Talk to us a little bit about that.
And and working with organizations like 5-Star BDM really makes it easy, because 5-Star BDM is in that community, knowing the people that need this training, but their expertise with 5-Star BDM is really saying, hey, I want to bring you in to expertise that you need to be prepared for. And it's working with experts of saying, hey, who do I go to for cybersecurity training, Grant? Who do I go to 5-Star BDM to work with people that are in this organization that are going to help me? And you have to work with a partner like 5-Star BDM to align you with people that you can help and people that want to have that help. So, I mean, I love the partnership that we have with 5-Star BDM, and really, I think it's just going to help others that are in the organization and companies and even community saying, hey, I know to go to who has their finger on the pulse of cybersecurity. It's 5-Star BDM. They know where to get me in touch with people, what kind of training I'm going to need, and where to take me in my organization, so I feel comfortable that I'm paying for the right things.
Exactly. I've been around the block a few years, maybe 20 plus years in the space, and understanding like software doesn't solve everything.
No.
You've got to really look at, and I like how you said earlier, your current state. What does your current state look like? Do you truly understand what that looks like? And as you look to adopt new technologies, which you will have to do, as we know that this digital landscape is changing astronomically on steroids from an AI perspective, a deep learning perspective. You can't stop doing these things. We just need to understand, just like when you get in your vehicle and you're going down the highway, there's always a potential for an accident. We know this. That doesn't stop you from jumping in your vehicle. It doesn't stop you from getting in your jet. It doesn't stop you from moving forward in innovation. You just need to be aware and make sure your doors are locked, right?
Yes.
If you've got your two-factor, in place, they call that multi-factor authentication, that type of thing. That you've got all those things in place, that you have dotted your I's, you have crossed your T's. Let's look at it as a framework. Let me look at it from the lens of how a cyber insurance company is going to look at you and understand kind of where you're at. And then I'm going to contact John, like, look, let's put this baby on the road. Let's go ahead and see if this walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, and make sure it's not a dog. Because when we go in there and these guys are in there like, this is like going into the NSA, they were like, man, you tried.
You tried, yeah. That's it. And you want that feeling. I think you want the feeling of, wow, like, okay, this is really serious now.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Now I know we're getting toward the end of our hour, but before that happens, I talk to you about your team. What does your team consist of there at the Innovation Center?
As far as the cyber team, we're aligned with some of the top people in the industry that have had years of experience, I'd say, on the ground, working in wartime theaters, working for the NSA, working for other three-letter agencies, and really bringing that expertise in here because that's what's needed. It's not about having people here that saying, "Hey, I'm going to teach you out of a book." We're going to give you real-world examples, real practications of what we've seen out there, what we have dealt with from a cybersecurity attack, and how you can prepare for it. And that's the important thing because that brings credibility, right? It'd be different if somebody just said, "Hey, I just took an instructor class on this. I'm going to come teach you about this." That never resonates, right? It's someone saying, "Hey, let me give you an example of what I've dealt with. And now this is how you could deal with it in your organization. Here's how you can prepare for it based on my experience of where I failed at stopping it or how I prepared enough that we stopped it early enough on." And that's what's needed when you're having people in cybersecurity of let me hear from an expert, not just somebody that's going to tell me something out of a book. And that's what we want to align ourselves when we pick our affiliate partners like 5 Star BDM and others. It's really on the lines of let's pick the right expertise people that bring in here, that bring credibility. So when people are here for their training, you understand they're getting an experience that is going to resonate when they leave. They'll be able to apply it as soon as they get back to the office and then ask other questions of, okay, how do we go back? Because I want to go through this exercise again. I want to see if we did it better.
Interesting. And I've been there. You've got a crack team there, not just in the cyber, because the Levan Innovation Center has different, you would call centers of excellence
Yes.
within on the campus,
Yep.
right? And cyber, every time I go, there's always somebody coming in and out of the cyber range. Like, hey, I was just up there, learning something or doing an exercise, and there's other centers of excellence that they have actually robots right there that are moving around. It looks something out of the future. Just describe for the team, because a lot of people, they haven't been there. Maybe they've seen some videos.
Yeah.
Walk us through what's happening there at the Innovation Center.
So the Innovation Center, it's 54,000 square foot room, say floor of innovation. We have an AI lab that has a digital twin city in there, robots, everything, 3D printers. It allows entrepreneurs to come in here to test their ideas as well, which is a great thing. We just added what they call a volumetric room that takes a 3D scan of your entire body. It's the only public one in the United States. The only ones that are out there are in Disney or on the Sony set in Hollywood. So we're making it a way and bringing this technology and bringing it to the masses of saying, hey, look at this technology. How can you leverage it for your company? How can you leverage it for your startup, right? The teams that are here, the people that run it, Terry Randall, John Westerman, who runs his chief innovation officer here, really have made this a way, I'd say, of people that are new to technology to come here and learn more about it. And I think that's the important thing because a lot of people are afraid of technology. But once you've learned anything new in life, once you learn about it, it's no longer scary, right? And that's what we're making easy, giving easy access to people that want to be part of innovative technology, an easy way to do that and get them to learn about it so they are comfortable. So then that idea pops in their head of, hey, you know what? I have a business, but I'd love to implement that part of technology that I wasn't aware of. And hey, how do I use that to help my business scale and grow and make it more innovative and give a better value or experience to my customers now that I have this technology implemented? That's what I look at the Innovation Center that brings to people and organizations of giving them the access to innovative ideas and thoughts and then allowing them to implement it in a way that they're comfortable.
So true. Especially I go back to what I talked about earlier, when you understand that these digital platforms kind of rule the world.
Yes.
We have a chance. You have an idea. I talked to so many people that I have an idea. This is going to work. But we want this to happen. We need to reimagine our world, reimagine certain processes, reimagine how things get done.
Yeah.
But then you've got to have a way to test it. Does it really solve the problem? What we have found, and maybe, I don't know, 80% of the software applications that they come out with really didn't solve the problem. It was cool, it looked great, but it didn't solve the problem. So you got to have a way to actually test that out.
Yes.
The Levan Innovation Center gives you that ability, and then you've got the security to understand that, hey, well, you've built it, but it's not going to be self-destruct in front of your face.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%, Grant.
And thank you so much for your presentation. Mr. Riley, if you would please tell us, if we want to get in contact with you and to know more about what it is that you offer our young people, can you please tell us how to reach out to you?
Sure. So of course, I have Ava Technology, which is jriley@avaintel.com, but I'm at the Levan, like Grant was saying. So it's jriley@nova.edu.
Great. Thank you again for your genius. The genius is coming. Thank you, Grant, for your excellent moderation. And I'll see you guys on the other side.
Thank you,
Kimberly.
Happy holiday.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support, where health education is abundant, where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being, with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
I am from Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Durham, North Carolina. I came to Durham when I was about 5 or 6, and then I traveled back and forth to D.C. because it's where my people are from. One of the unique things about my family is my mother, she's also an artist. She does quilting, and she does a lot of artistic things, and then my son, he draws with both hands, his right hand and his left hand like I do. So that's kind of a family trait. And then my other son, he's a videographer, and my daughter, she works, she's a regional vice president for Sunglasses. When you start out drawing and sketching, you want to continue to explore, you know, each avenue. I do pastels, I do pen and ink, I do painting, I do acrylics. I haven't done oils yet. But I try to do all facets of art. What I say to a lot of times to people is, you know, you can't put yourself in a box when you're an artist. You have to explore. And over the course of my life, I've tried to explore different mediums. I also do sculpture as well. I choose my subjects by the intensity that they have in their faces, or the intensity that somebody is moving, because I do more than portrait drawings. I also do I do abstract, and then I do figurative drawing also. Well, what happened in this particular show is that I started out trying to come up with something that would be a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. So I was working on a Barack Obama show, and they wanted me to do some paintings of Barack. And so what I did was, because of the deadlines, I kind of did it kind of fast. And then I realized when I was doing it fast, I enjoyed it. And so then I started doing other pieces the same way, and I started to enjoy those pieces also. And so I came up with this particular style. And it's a style of lines and colors. And what's interesting is that when I was in college, I did a show called Lines, Colors, and I talked about the boldness of the blacks, the hotness of the whites, and this is how this has come about, you know, later on in my life. And the colors comes from a lot of the entertainers that I work with, where they wear different colors. They don't wear, you know, your plain reds or your whites. They wear different colors, and so that's also another piece of what's giving me the colors. The subtitle of this show is Faces That Speak Life. That's real critical. Faces that speak life. Each one of these pieces is a life source and a life energy that's being put on display for people that are looking at it. You know, I always say in terms of my art, it's not important that I draw them. It's important what you get out of what I draw. You know, I don't try to just draw it because you like it. People wanted me to do prints. I didn't do prints. You know, people asked me to do different people, but the people that I choose are people that make a difference in the lives of people in the world. So the human landscape idea was, again, as I say, the lines represent your emotions, it represents your ideas, and it represents your journey as a human being. And that's why you get the different pieces and the different looks. And as you notice, I try not to do one look that looks alike another look. And that's what's the most important part of this show.
Ladies and gentlemen, and fellow professionals, please allow me to introduce myself. I am David Jones, the co-founder and CEO of the Hello LLC, where I am passionately dedicated to guiding individuals and businesses toward their own return on time investment. Time is my only competition. With over 20 years of experience as a corporate C-level executive, I bring a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the Hello LLC. My career journey has been marked by a relentless pursuit of excellence in marketing, strategy, and business management leadership. I have had the privilege of working with renowned Fortune 500 companies such as Xerox, American Airlines, Hilton, and Geico. However, what truly drives me is the transformational work we do at the Hello LLC. We are pioneering a new approach to business in the metaverse, where we empower businesses and individuals to build strong foundations, automate their processes and systems, while thriving in the ever-evolving digital landscape. More than just a 3D digital marketing agency, the Hello LLC is truly a community built on love, kindness, and integrity. We want more for you than from you. As I often say, collaboration is the new competition. In an era where time is the most precious commodity, I am here to guide you toward your own return on time investment, because if time was sold in stores, it would be sold out. With a deep commitment to excellence and a strong belief in the power of community, I don't just lead a company, I lead a movement into the future of business. Ladies and gentlemen, it is both an honor and a pleasure to be your guide on this remarkable journey. I am David Jones, and together, we will embrace a future marked by success, collaboration, and the transformative work we do at the Hello LLC. Hello stands for helping everyone live life optimally. So, let's make that pivot together and start living life optimally today.
Sometimes you got to hear the news from the Black perspective, and more specifically, Black publishers. And that's exactly why you have to download the Hey Tie app, the largest mobile app delivering breaking news, videos, and podcasts from 200 of your favorite Black publishers. Yes, 200 Black publishers delivering news as it happens, literally all in one app. Go to HAYTI.com or download the app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. It's completely free, along with information that you can trust, so go check them out.
Social media is evolving. It's more vibrant, more colorful, more energetic, and so are you. It's not just photos anymore. It's video, it's audio, it's subscriptions. And now there's Fanbase, a new monetized social network. Fanbase delivers the complete native app experience with full content monetization for every user. No algorithms that shadow ban your engagement or growth, and no ads. Follow anyone for free and subscribe directly to your favorite creators for $4.99 a month. Plus, show some love by tipping on any post. Also, make a Fanbase page and monetize your content the same way. Finally, connect with your followers by posting the amazing content you already create. And now, get paid for it. It's time to energize and monetize, because everyone's a fan of something and everyone has a fan base.
Are you a forward-thinking entrepreneur or business owner? The world is changing faster than ever, and it's time to pivot and adapt to the future. Hello LLC is here to help you do just that. Hello stands for helping enterprises leverage leading-edge optimizations. Our innovative solutions can streamline operations, reduce overhead costs, and give you a competitive edge in a market projected to reach $5 trillion by 2030. By pivoting to the metaverse, businesses can tap into a rapidly growing market that is projected to be a significant part of daily life for 25% of Americans by 2026. As a full digital metaverse agency, the Hello LLC can help you create custom solutions to streamline operations, increase productivity, reduce costs, and drive brand recognition. Why should you pivot to the metaverse with the Hello LLC? By leveraging cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, and unlock new revenue streams. Contact us today to make the pivot.
Did you know that our black dollar only lasts for 6 hours in our community? Yet other communities, their dollars last for 19 to 30 days.
The Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation. Yes, that's why we created the Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation is a centralized directory available to all black businesses across the world.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak any English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am black business. I am black business. Tell me, are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? Listen, I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo. One of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am black business.
And good morning, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations, and welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Coach Kimberly Williams, and I am your business moderator for this morning on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business.
How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur, or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them.
And welcome back. So we have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. I have with me today a keynote speaker who's going to talk to us about leaving your side hustle and becoming a business owner. Her name is Renata Brown, and I want to just tell you a little bit about her accomplishments. She is the CEO of Dreamspire TV and the founder of Black Hour Street. Black Hour Street is a media company that produces business, search engine, and distributes online magazines, books, and TV shows for artists, entrepreneurs, and motivators. She has over 5 years of experience as a media entrepreneur, creating platforms that amplify the voices of diverse and talented individuals. As a platform builder, marketer, and interviewer, she has developed multiple skills that enable her to deliver high quality content and services to her clients and audiences. She has interviewed celebrities, covered red carpet events, and founded and executive produced the GAN Awards, a prestigious event that honors gifted artists in neo soul and poetry. Her passion is to help people achieve their dreams and inspire others through media. I want to present to you Renata Brown.
Hey, Coach Kimberly, how are you?
I am wonderful. It is so good to see your face on this great morning. Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, I've been here for almost 2 years, so hopefully people know the basic things that I do, and I usually talk about collaboration, and we're going to talk about that a little bit, and then we're going to get into some Q&A. But I'm glad to be here. It's December, and as entrepreneurs, I know we're probably already deep into 2024, and that's amazing. But one thing I do want to stress as you go into 2024, make a plan to be intentional about collaborating with others, because that is how we're going to grow. That is how we're going to strengthen. That is how we're going to make it to the next levels that we need to achieve. And that is by intentionally, just like you make a budget, just like you allot certain time for certain things in your business, you need to make a collaboration plan. So you need to say, how am I going to reach the people that I need to reach? How I'm going to work with the people that I need to work with, and then plan it out. Set a goal for yourself every week. Every week, I set a goal for myself to connect with as many people as I can. And not only am I setting a goal, I have an action plan. So one of the primary places that I connect with people is in my LinkedIn network. So I'm very intentional about connecting, having a plan, inviting people to a call. And I want to stress this, you're not inviting people to a sale, but you're inviting people to a call. And I can tell you my network and the things that I do with other people, they have grown by me being very intentional about having a plan, executing that plan. And then after you do that, you can't forget to do the follow-up on the follow-up, right? A lot of times we may have amazing conversations with people and we kind of leave it there and we don't have an execution that we take further than that conversation. So make sure you have a follow-up. Make sure if there's any action steps that you need to do, that you take those action steps and really go into the conversation with the mindset that you want to collaborate with them, not that you want them to come your way or they want you to come their way, but that you kind of meet in the middle and see what strengths you bring to the table, what strengths they bring to the table, and see how that you can work together. I have some very, very exciting collaborations coming up in 2024 that I'm happy, I'm humbled, I'm excited, I'm ecstatic about it. And what we're doing with Black R Street, I just want to clarify a little bit. It's a combination of what we do in the other brands. So we have Dreamspire Books, and that is a platform for authors where we have an online bookstore with over 200 authors in our online bookstore. We also do a streaming show, Authors TTV, as well as we have Dreamspire Books, the magazine. All of our shows, when they stream, we put them up on Spotify as well. So what we do in Dreamspire Books, we're taking that and we're doing a very exciting collaboration that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. And then one of the other parts of our platform is Inspire, where the E stands for entrepreneur and the M stands for motivator. And that is a place where we showcase businesses. We showcase them on our website. We showcase them in the various magazines that we do. We have a magazine that's coming out that we still have a few sponsor spots available, which is the Inspires Who's Who of 2024. We have put over, let me see, we put 60 people on that cover in the last 2 years. So we do magazines a little different. So you can be on the cover of an international magazine and get a 4-page spread. We have a few more spots open. So if you're listening to me or you hear the replays in the next couple of days, definitely check that out because we do have some opportunities available for that issue. I'm excited about it. This is going to be the biggest and the best one that we've done to date for Inspire Who's Who. If you're Who's Who, hey, check us out. And then we have Dreamspire TV. And Dreamspire TV is a place for our entertainment brand. And that's where we do the red carpets. That's where we do the interviews. We are credentialed for such awards as the Stellars, the Black Music Honor, and a lot of others. I had the amazing opportunity this weekend actually to cover the UNICEF ball, the United Negro College Fund for the Mayor of Atlanta. It was the 40th anniversary. We had a chance to actually interview the mayor. So look, those interviews will be coming out soon. But one thing that really humbled me, and I was so amazed to be able to also interview the Honorable Ambassador Andrew Young, because he's just history walking and so blessed that we have him with us. So we are able to do that things through our entertainment brand, which is Dreamspire TV. We also had a chance to cover a movie that's coming out on Christmas. What Lies Under the Tree is an action adventure, and Cynthia Bailey from the Real Housewives of Atlanta co-produced it. And so we were actually able to interview her and some of the cast members on Sunday. So I love what I do on all aspects, the entertainment part. That's fun, that's exciting, but my passion is putting people on stages, giving people an opportunity to shine, and collaborating with other businesses. We have to get out of the mindset of competing, because I don't compete with anyone. No one is my competition, and we shouldn't look at each other as competition. Competition is based in games, and I'm not about gamesmanship. And I'm not playing any games when it comes to unity. I am not playing any games when it comes to collaboration. I am not playing any games in working with others. And that is what my 2024 is focused on. So make a plan. Write down like how you do your chart, that your vision board. Have a vision board where you're envisioning working with major brands, where you're envisioning collaborating, when you're envisioning how are we going to make the whole landscape of Black business better by working together. And I created the new platform. We are a little over 8 weeks old, called Black R Street, and it's OUR. And I tell people I was doing my notes one morning and this came up, that we have other things that signify business out there, but Black R Street, I saw all the word R like I never saw it before. I saw the O for opportunity. I saw the R for resources, but guess what? The U is in the middle, and the U is you, and the U is for unity. So I saw opportunity, unity, and resources. When we bring those together in a non-competitive attitude and atmosphere in a collaborative space, then we cannot be stopped. We have things that come up, and we might trip, we might stumble, but we can't be stopped if we come together. So honestly, that is what Black R Street is about. And we're not only about business to business, we are about business to network. And I'm humbled. I always say I'm humble because I have to give the creator all the thumbs up, the credit, because this was not a project I anticipated going into Black R Street. But I can tell you, we've been around 8 weeks and we have over 54, you heard me, 54 businesses that have signed up that are a part of what we're doing. We're going to have a mixer really soon. You follow me, Renata Brown or Renata Ray or Dreamspire. You can follow one of our brands. I'm not hard to find. And we're going to have a mixer, and we want to invite people. So if you're not a part of what we do, come apart, because like I said, there is no competition. It is all about collaboration for sure. And that is how we're going into this year. I believe someone's getting ready to come on in a minute, ask me questions. I don't want to feel like I'm just out here repeating things, but I just want to tell you, you can go to Black R Street to be a part of what we're doing.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Ms. Renata, for giving us an insight to what it is that you are bringing to the market, especially for the last, first of all, to this network for 2 years, but then also just to us as a whole, as a people. The things that you have for us in terms of business owners is not only inspiring, but it gets us into a position that we may not have been able to get ourselves. So I have a few questions that I do want to ask you. One, you just said something and I wanted to ask about that thing. So the first thing you said was you do not like competition, right? And that, you don't, again, you're not playing games when it comes to your business. And so the gentleman that was on earlier, he said that your competition is proof that you can do whatever it is that you're trying to do. And so with that thought in mind, can you give us some inspiration as to how to draw from people who may do the same things that we do in order to kind of grow our ideas and influence our audience in a way that so we can become like or who we're supposed to be in that same lane, if that makes sense?
Absolutely. So when we look at competition, it is rooted in games, and we don't want to be games. But when we look at collaboration, that other C word, let's get to that other C word, collaboration, then it gives us the opportunity to grow. We all know the African proverb: if you want to go fast, go on by yourself. But if you want to go further, then go with each other. Okay, I just made that up, that part. Okay. I like that. Go with each other. And so the way that I look at things, I look at people in a straight line. If you're heading in the direction that I'm heading, if you are motivated, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are about unity, if you are about growth, if you are about Black people, okay, then I say we're heading in the same direction. Now we know how direction works. I might be in front of you. So I think helping other people behind me, because we're going the same way, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes you have to help people that are coming up and share your knowledge and give back. When I interviewed the chairman of the United Negro College Fund, and I said, okay, it's good. They raised about $4 million Saturday night, but I asked her, I said, what are one of the things that people can do year round? And she said two things. She said, first of all, was volunteerism. So giving back to that person that's behind you. Okay. But when you're competing, you're not thinking about that person behind you, right? You're not trying to help them get to where you're going. You're just trying to get out there, and that poor person behind you, you are a gatekeeper. So let's put a gatekeeping to the side in 2024. So that's the first person, right? So I'm helping those, I'm volunteering, giving my time, resource, and money to those that are in need, right? Because I want you to come up. I want the young people to come up. I want the beginning entrepreneur to come up. I want all those people to be a part of what I'm doing, because I'm where I'm at, but I want them to have that. The next thing in that line is those that is walking with me, right? Okay, we cool. You're not my competition. You're my brother and you're my sister and my sister. We're walking together so we can get things accomplished, right? Now we're joining up. And then the third person in that line is that person that I have aspirations. That person is that's doing the thing, right? So that's how I look at it. Anti-competition, more collaboration, because also what is for me, no one can take. I'm gonna say this, I'll let you ask your next question. We often say, I can't pour from an empty cup. So I thought about that saying when I was writing my third book. A cup is for us to drink from, right? I like you, Kimberly, but I'm not sharing my cup with you. Okay. You're not like that. Okay. So what's in my cup is for me. So I don't have to worry about what's in my cup, because that is 100% for me. What's in my picture, that is what I'm pouring in. That is what needs to be replenished, right? That is the vessel. So we can't be both the recipient and the vessel at the same time. But there's times when we pour in and there's times when we drink. So let's stop saying you can't pour from an empty cup, because the only way you pour stuff out of a cup is when you're done with it, right? When you're washing it out, when you're putting it away. Well, cup is a vessel to receive and to drink. A picture is a vessel that we pour out of, and we need to be replenished. And when you know that you got something in your cup, you don't have to think about the scarcity, because I think competition is a scarcity mindset. It means it's not enough for me. There's nothing to pour in my cup because you have it.
Right. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. One of the things that I heard most about what you were saying is coming from a place of abundance, right? What I have is enough to give the person who's behind me, because they're not where I am. The person next to me we're carrying the same thing, so we can walk alongside one another. And the person ahead of me has what I need next, right? And so I love that. I love that. I love it. So let me ask you this question. You've been a part of a lot of different scenes, right? When it comes to over the generation, right? You've been a part of a lot of different spaces and places for our Black faces. And so my question to you is, do you think that we as a Black American or Black people have an equal start today in business compared to 20 or 30 years ago?
No. And I'm going to tell you why that's an absolute no. Okay. Because I remember I've always been an old soul. So as a child, I remember ruminating, and as a teenager, on the statement, every generation must declare its right to be free. And so you see the same things happening over and over again, because people forget, they don't stand up. If we look at, and I'm not going to get all political, but if we look at what's going on in this country today, we can see that a lot of the rights that were fought for are being eroded. They're being taken back. They are rolling back affirmative action. They're rolling back so many different programs. So each generation, our generation, has to stand up and say, wait a minute, we have more tools than we had in the past. We have more opportunity than we had in the past, but we still don't be fooled. We have to get out there and affirm our right to be free, because laws are popping up every day. We see what's happening with the Fearless Fund. If you're not familiar with the Fearless Fund, how that there's a lawsuit saying that they can't give money dedicated to Black women, and that's against the law. And they won the first round of, well, they lost the first round of their lawsuit. So we have to be aware. We can't say, oh no, we did this and that's it. We have to be diligent. I'm saying two words, about what's going on and be locked in. And now more than ever is a time for us to unify and not compete, but to collaborate.
Nice. And I love that. I love that explanation. I love why it's a no. So thank you so much for explaining it that way. But in the vein of collaboration, let's talk about that. So there is a 7-day literacy program that you have that you're actually partnering with the Black Business Olympics about, right? So what is that? Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh my God. So I am, that California came out in me. I am so absolutely excited that we're going to be mirroring what is happening today, but we're going to be mirroring it in the literary space. So next year, for 1 week solid, 7 different topics on 7 different days, we will be talking about the literary world. And so we're partnering with the Black Business Olympics on this. We have spaces for authors. We have spaces for publishers. We have spaces for book coaches. So each day will have a different topic. So we'll be talking about marketing. We'll be talking about publishing. We will be talking about nonfiction, character development, and all of that. So a part of what I do at Dreamspire Books is that I was on another platform where we did a room for almost 3 years, and it was called You Gave Birth to the Book, Now You Have to Raise It, right? And so with that, I found out a lot of people don't understand that being an author is a business. And we're going to give it to you every month for a week, the business of being authors. We want you to be better. We want your voice to be out there, but we want it to be quality. We want you to understand what this business is about, and we want your voice to be heard. But guess what? We're not only partnering with the Black Business Olympics, we are partnering with the Harlem Book Fair, okay? Yes. The oldest book fair in the country, 50,000 authors strong. Wow. And so they're a part of it. We're going to be up on their website, I think either today or tomorrow. And so you can sign up at their website. They're going to be bringing resources, and we're going to be giving resources over there. We're going to have a quarterly magazine, or 2 magazines, so you'll be in mine, and we're doing one for the Black Business Olympics, an actual magazine. So we're going to be doing the thing in 2024, and I am like excited about it. You can sign up. You can go to Black R Street and go to Black R Books. You can, I'll put something out on LinkedIn. We have some things too, but we want you to sign up. We want you to sign up, authors, publishers, get your time in, share your expertise, because even though it's been a proliferation of Black authors, we are still only about 6% of all books written. So even though it's been growing, we definitely have a long way to go. And what I found out, what I find is people use the term self-publishing, but self-publishing is a whole lot of things that entail. And if you don't know what you're doing, then you are going to do yourself a disservice and your readers a disservice. So understanding that business is important, because we need our voices out here. Books will last long after we're gone. We want people to read us and know us and to be inspired by us, to be educated, and also to be entertained. Because honey, I love me a good fiction book. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nice. So I have 2 more questions for you. Okay. All right. So the next question is, is there any, I know you said that you're going to be going on the Harlem Book Fair's website, but is there any promoting that you're going to be doing, any upcoming promoting for the event that you'll be doing?
Absolutely. We're going to be out doing a lot of things. We'll probably do a series of pop-up shops too, as well, to let people know, and some calls, because we want this to go off. Having content, as you know, from here for a week, that's a lot of people involved. And so I'm excited about what is coming up, and with them partnering with us is going to be a big lift coming out of the gate with this initiative, because wow, how, coming out of the gate with the biggest book fair in the country. Yes, I'm loving it and being a part of this, and Dr. Kelly's vision to even expand, because yeah, he definitely has a vision to do that. When he first approached me, I said, let me think about it. And I thought about it, and I was like, yes, I love it. This is something that we're going to do. And I'm very excited about it.
Nice. And do you already have the date and time for your first pop-up location?
No, not for the first pop-up.
Okay.
We're going to try to do something tomorrow. I don't know. I'll just say it. I was in a very serious car accident, but God is strengthening me and he's blessing me. So, but I still have to, take that. So it will be in the next couple of weeks, though. You can look out for it, that we are going to be out there. So if you don't follow me, follow us. Follow me on LinkedIn, Renata Brown. You can follow me on Facebook, but I prefer LinkedIn. And of course, we're on other social media as well, and connect with us on our website. So you can connect with us at Dream, like you're having a dream, Spire, SPIRE books with an S. So dreamspirebooks.com. And there will be information there as well.
Nice. Thank you so very much for taking the time to be with us today, in lieu of the car accident and just what that takes to bounce back, and so I know when you're normally here, you share a wealth of information, and you really inspire us to write our thing, write our visions, to push it out there, to own our business. And I know we can go to dreamspirebooks.com, right, to reach out to you. And you're on LinkedIn. Is that at Renata Brown on LinkedIn?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So we do look forward to connecting with you. I can't wait to see the Black Hour. I'm sorry.
Black Hour Street.
The Black Hour Street come into fruition. That's an amazing, amazing collaboration that you have, not only with the Black Business Olympics, but also with the Harlem Book Fair. This is history in the making. So thank you so much for being a pillar, for lifting up the hand of the artsies, right? And not putting a hand down for us. So thank you so much for taking up this space for us, Renata. Is there anything else you want to leave us with, and motivation-wise, for those who are watching?
Make that plan. You can make a difference. You just know that you can make a difference. And everything that you do in 2024, and closing out the rest of the year, don't count these last days out, because listen, after what happened to me, it made me know that every day counts. You can't take it for granted. So make a plan, collaborate. Let 2024 be the year that you collaborate and that you continue to make a difference in the world, because if it's not on purpose, it doesn't have a purpose.
I love it. I love it. Thank you again for your time. I want to let you know that genius is coming, and I will see you on the other side.
Absolutely. You have an amazing day.
Thank you. So The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students, and you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com in order to donate to the scholarship fund today. Or you can use our Cash App at $BBX. Excuse me, BBX USA. And our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. And students can register at the blackbusinessexpousa.com. Now, every dollar counts. And I just wanted to make sure I remind you to donate to the scholarship fund today. We want to thank our Black Business Expo sponsors for December 2023. Those sponsors are North Carolina 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, 5-Star BBM Media, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Hello LLC, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and the Black Business Expo USA. Genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support, where health education is abundant, where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso, a new concept in social media. Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face to face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities make up 360 million people worldwide. Unlike audio-only apps, Truso embraces its community, providing a networking platform that allows them to participate via video and closed captioning. We even have a deaf and hard of hearing foundation in the works as well. Fourth, Truso is both social and safe. We refer to Truso as a virtual extension of the beauty shop, barbershop, and brainchild of the community. A place where there's laughter, along with wisdom, growth-oriented conversation, and genuine connections in a safe space. Truso even has proprietary security to ensure we maintain a safe environment for everyone. Where are we at now? Truso is live, y'all. We've launched in beta, and we're acquiring users daily. We have an incredible development and marketing team, plus amazing celebrity influencers at the table, helping us spread the word around the globe, beginning within the African diaspora and beyond by creating a safe space for growth, connection, and collaboration. We're truly excited about Truso. We've created something special for which there is a global market. And we invite you to embark on this journey with us as a shareholder. The future for Truso is truly bright. Join us and let's go there together.
Are you a forward-thinking entrepreneur or business owner? The world is changing faster than ever, and it's time to pivot and adapt to the future. Hello LLC is here to help you do just that. Hello stands for helping enterprises leverage leading-edge optimizations. Our innovative solutions can streamline operations, reduce overhead costs, and give you a competitive edge in a market projected to reach $5 trillion by 2030. By pivoting to the metaverse, businesses can tap into a rapidly growing market that is projected to be a significant part of daily life for 25% of Americans by 2026. As a full digital metaverse agency, the Hello LLC can help you create custom solutions to streamline operations, increase productivity, reduce costs, and drive brand recognition. Why should you pivot to the metaverse with the Hello LLC? By leveraging cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, and unlock new revenue streams. Contact us today to make the pivot.
Are
you an innovative entrepreneur or business owner ready to embrace the future of business transformation?
The world is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and it's crucial to adapt and pivot towards success in this dynamic landscape. At the Hello LLC, we are dedicated to guiding you through this transformative journey, offering a comprehensive suite of services that extend beyond the metaverse and 3D immersive experiences.
Our mission is to empower businesses and brands by assisting them in building, branding, systemizing, and automating their operations. We specialize in steering businesses from a two-dimensional existence to a thriving three-dimensional presence, where opportunities abound.
We help businesses harness the power of technology to work smarter, not harder, enabling them to operate efficiently and stay ahead of the curve. Our diverse range of services includes:
Our Biz in a Box is a complete business solution package designed to jumpstart your entrepreneurial journey. From strategic planning to digital infrastructure, we've got you covered. Your one app, one tap solution.
Our Motion Work AI videos transform your brand storytelling with our cutting-edge AI-driven video production, captivating your audience like never before.
Our 3D VR environments will step you into the future of immersive experiences. With our custom 3D virtual reality environments that engage and captivate your customers.
Lastly, in our Pivot membership program, we offer tailored guidance and support to either show you, teach you, or take care of the transformation process for you.
According to a 2023 study by Fundera, a staggering 28% of small businesses in the United States do not have an online presence. This statistic underscores the importance of embracing digital transformation. Having a website is more than just an online presence, it's a gateway to unlocking numerous benefits, including reaching a broader audience, showcasing your products or services, generating leads and sales, establishing trust, providing customer support, and maintaining competitiveness within your industry.
The Hello LLC is committed to helping you excel in all these aspects of modern business, not just limited to the metaverse alone.
Why should you choose the Hello LLC to navigate this transformational journey?
By partnering with us and harnessing cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, reduce operational costs, and enhance brand recognition, all while working with a company that holds integrity in high regard. Our commitment to ethical and principled business practices ensures that your journey towards success is not only innovative, it is also firmly rooted in trust and transparency.
Don't wait. Take the first step towards a brighter business future. Contact us today to explore how we can support you in developing a remarkable digital presence and immersive experience that will leave a lasting impression.
Sometimes you got to hear the news from the Black perspective, and more specifically, Black publishers. And that's exactly why you have to download the HeyTie app, the largest mobile app delivering breaking news, videos, and podcasts from 200 of your favorite Black publishers. Yes, 200 Black publishers delivering news as it happens, literally all in one app. Go to HAYTI.com or download the app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. It's completely free, along with information that you can trust, so go check them out.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo. One of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
And good morning, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations, and welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Coach Kimberly Williams, and I am your business moderator for this morning on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Today, I want to introduce to you our speaker, Dr. Tandra Price, and she is a seasoned sales professional with over 20 years experience based in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Her passion lies in the transformative power of networking, where meaningful connections can lead to incredible opportunities. Tandra recognized the need for guidance in navigating networking events after attending numerous gatherings that fell short of expectations. She saw people struggling with conversation skills and sought to change that. Through her strategic approach to network development, Tandra empowers entrepreneurs to win. Drawing from her extensive experience, Tandra has trained hundreds of entrepreneurs, equipping them with the skills to build relationships, create opportunities, and generate residual income through networking. She has worked alongside influential leaders in network marketing industries, continuously expanding her expertise. Tandra is committed to fostering global success, and it's led her to create a platform that inspires, empowers, encourages, and educates entrepreneurs to achieve their goals. Tandra Impact has extended beyond her network growth. She co-hosts networking group discussions and frequently serves as a guest speaker on podcasts at other speaking engagements, sharing her insight and expertise. Dr. Tandra Price is dedicated to empowering entrepreneurs and creating a world where everyone can achieve their full potential. I present to you Dr. Tandra Price.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much, Coach Kimberly Williams, for that amazing introduction.
I am so thrilled to have you here this go round on the Black Business Olympics. Genius is coming, and I will see you on the other side.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here with you at the Black Business Network. Really share my passion with you about mastering the art of communication. I love networking. So if anyone knows me, that is my favorite thing to do. So again, Dr. Kimberly Williams did an amazing introduction for me, but just a little bit more about who I am. I am a renowned international speaker. I'm an accomplished 3-time best-selling author. I am the founder and visionary of Tap In Magazine. It is a global recognized publication where we have over 500,000 plus online distributions, and we are in the UK. Tapped In Magazine solves the problem in helping entrepreneurs expand their network and broaden their audience and to generate more sales. I'm going to talk to you about 5 important key things on mastering the art of communication. We're going to talk about the best way to start a conversation. When is the best time to network? What is your plan when it comes to networking? And how do we incorporate this amazing free platform, which we call LinkedIn, into your conversation? And most importantly, lastly, how can Tapped In Magazine help you to be able to reach your goals? If you're not aware that there's approximately every 2 minutes, someone somewhere is engaging in a conversation. You probably didn't really realize that because we often look at it. It's something that it just happens automatically. It's something that happens every day, all day, whether it's in person, on television, on social media, someone is engaging in a conversation. It's really about how do I send this mass message that I'm trying to reach, and how do I make sure that it's clear and effective for someone to understand who I am, what I do, and how I can serve. The strategies that I'm going to share with you, I've personally used them myself. But I want to talk again about some of the platforms where a lot of this communication takes place, and we really are not looking at it as communication because, again, it's something that we just do automatically. So here's a few platforms I want to share with you that really uses a channel to where you can really produce or really put out a mass message. One is Facebook, which pretty much all of us have. A lot of us have cell phones, via cell phones. We do video chat. Video chat is really popular platform to really get your message out there. Messaging apps, team chats. If you're in a corporation, a lot of teams use this particular function in order to talk amongst people in different departments of their area. Instagram, which is really huge. Twitter, Skype. We also do Google Meets, which is another good thing for if you're in a corporation and you're looking to, talk to multiple people in your organizations. Really good platform. Zoom, which is a lot of us use that, especially during the COVID-19. Slack is another good way. WhatsApp, if you're trying to do international communication, WhatsApp is a good platform, and streamlining. I say all that to say, because when we're talking about communications, we always kind of think about, or mastering the art of communication, we're always thinking about, just the conversations that we're having in person. But no, again, because we have so many multiple platforms that we didn't have before, we are able to actually communicate more effectively, efficiently, and faster in today's world. I want to talk about, when we're talking about mastering the art of communication, I want to talk about communication is networking and networking is communication. I think we always kind of confuse it, because really all of it is communication. But I think a lot of times we get confused with the terminology. When we say we're going networking, people tend to freeze up because they're like, oh my God, now I got to go into the space where there's multiple people that I'm uncomfortable with, or something that I have to do because, I'm in a corporate setting and I have to go out here and network. Or some people just dread networking. But really what they're doing is they're communicating, which is something that they do automatically. Anytime an individual shares information or their insight or their expertise, they are communicating and networking. See, if you're selling any type of products, if you're trying to tell a story, or even if you meet someone for the very first time, you have to start a conversation that's communicating. So I want to ensure the target audience is clear when we're talking about communicating. But I always get, as the networking ninja, I always get, how do I really start a conversation? I'm the type of person, I don't like talking to people, but I really don't know how to start a conversation. And if I had to talk to people, what do I really say? I'm going to give you 10 quick ways of how to start a conversation that's so easy that we do automatically. First thing we're going to do is we introduce ourselves. We're always introducing ourselves, especially when we meet someone for the first time. If you're in a setting environment, give a firm handshake, because naturally when you're in that environment, then it's more of a business relationship or more of a business communication that's going to happen. But just a simple introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Tandra. You meeting somebody for the very first time again. Hi, my name is Tandra. Real easy, nothing very complicated. The second strategy is always ask a question. See, asking question prompts an immediate response. A lot of times when you don't know what to say, you could talk about something that's really circulating in your environment, but you're just asking a question and it's going to prompt a response. And that's how a communication or conversation will start happening. The third one is ask for advice or opinion. Everyone loves to be so helpful. They love to give their advice or their opinion. So think about some things that you can talk about, that you can ask about their opinion. Or even if you're at a networking event, hey, is this your first time being here? Ask a question. Ask for their advice. How do you think about this? What have you been here before? What was your overall opinion of this person who hosted this? Always just ask for advice. So what do you think? Do you think you'd be here? Do you think you come back here again? Just get some information. The next fourth strategy, I always talk about the compliment. I have what they call a compliment circle, and we could talk about that later. But a compliment is always breaking the ice. Whenever you offer a genuine compliment to someone that you see, whether you're in a networking environment or if you're just out and about, whenever time you give a compliment, a genuine compliment, it always strikes up a conversation. I can give you a real quick example. I love shoes. I love shoe shopping. So anytime I'm in the store and I'm buying a new pair of shoes, I always look at people who's in the room. I always do like that 360 panoramic view of the room. And if there's another lady who's trying on some shoes, I always say, oh my God, those are some amazing shoes. Or, oh, those shoes look really nice on you. And it prompts an immediate conversation. Make an observation. When you're looking to start a conversation, look at your surroundings. How can you start a conversation with someone, especially if you're in a room with them just by yourself? Look at the surroundings. It could be noisy or something of that nature. You can say, oh my God, it's really noisy in here. You are trying to find ways to start a conversation, and your environment is the best way to do it. I always use humor as the sixth strategy. Laughing, breaking a joke is another icebreaker. People love to be in a comfort zone, and if you can make them feel comfortable where they are, immediate conversation starts. 7 is storytelling. Always telling stories is the best way, because you really get to find out who your prospect is, if you can help them, if they're part of your, if they can be a part of your network or your services, or if you can give them a referral. See, here's the best thing. When you listen to, when people tell their stories, they tell a whole lot, and you can find out a whole lot about a person, but we have to do some active listening. This 8th thing is show genuine interest. When anytime someone is talking to you about a conversation, the worst thing that you can do is veer off and look to the side, or not pay attention, or be on your phone or something of that nature. Pay genuine attention to the person that is in front of you. That's the best way to start a conversation, because when you are actually looking at someone talking, you can now start picking up clues on what you're going to say. See, it's called pick clue. So when someone's talking to me, I'm always picking some clues, or I'm picking some nip tips on what they're saying, so I can then now repeat that back to them. And then it has a conversation, because a lot of times we're always talking and we don't really understand what we're saying until somebody else repeats it back to us. So we want to make sure that we're doing some genuine interest. Number 9 strategy is share your experience. Share your experience about maybe even attending that event, or share some business tips experience. No selling, but just share some experience, some tips about, listen, you could say something of the fact that in my business, we've done X, Y, and Z, and some of the experiences that I have learned through this process. I mean, just a smooth, seamless process into the conversation. And 10, I always say current on the current topics, because that's another way to start conversation. People's always wanting to talk about what's going on in the world. How is that affecting my business? We want to stay on current topics anyway for our personal development in our business, because when our clients come to us, we want to make sure that we are aware of what's going on and how that's going to impact our business. So those 10 tips will really kind of help you start a conversation. They're really easy. They're something that we do automatically. Sometimes we don't even see that we're doing it. Another amazing way for those people who really don't like, talking, is just to smile. It's another way to prompt a conversation, because when you smile and you're looking at someone's automatically going to say, "Good morning. How are you?" You didn't even have to do anything, but it's the best way to start a conversation. We can't really get caught up in, the word networking and conversation. Again, remember, it's all one, because you have to have a conversation in order to network. And in networking, you are having a conversation. You're simply having a conversation. So take those 10 strategies plus that bonus I gave you. Take those 10 strategies and just try to incorporate them in the next time that you're looking to have a conversation. Don't make it complicated. Don't overdo it. Just have a normal conversation that you would have on a daily basis. I also get often asked, when is the best time to network? Like, really, when is the best time to network? Right now. See, anytime that you get up in the morning and you start a conversation, you're networking. Remember, I'm going to repeatedly say this. Networking is conversation. Conversation is networking. So anytime that you have anything that you're trying to say, and especially right now, we have, I always tell our clients to do 10 things before 10 income producing activities. And when you're doing that particular strategy, you are now actually starting a conversation early in the morning. So that's the first thing. But that's when you start networking. When the minute you get up in the morning and you know that you have to start, soliciting prospects, or talking to prospects, or having that conversation, is when you start networking. You can do it at social gatherings, conferences, expo, business organizations, online platforms, before and after presentation, one-on-one meetings, in between sessions, regular industry meetings, just walking to the grocery store is networking, and it is the best time to do it right now. Never miss an opportunity when someone's walking by you. They always say, do the three, hold out your arm and do the three rule, the 3 steps in front. 3 steps in front of you is when you should be able to be networking with someone. Always networking. Right now, we should be networking and trying to meet 10 to 15 new people a day. If you actually talk to 10 to 15 people a day, that's over 300 leads in your pipeline that you can have by the end of the month, or 300 new people in your network that you could be constantly sending out information to. But here's the thing about it is mastering art of communication, it comes, or networking comes with so many benefits. And let me share just a few of those benefits with you. One of the benefits is it enhances your negotiation. See, when we're actually networking and we're communicating, it helps us to start negotiating our opportunities. We can now kind of get the feel and the rhythm of how we can now position our business in order to get the maximum from the person that we're talking to. Another benefit it talks about in what we're doing is trust building. See, over time, the more that you're communicating and networking and being out in the environment, you are building trust that you are here for the long haul. But people now can see you. They see you out everywhere. They see you talking. They see your message. They see your brand. You're building trust. Successful networking helps you to engage in others. Here's the thing when we talk about networking or communication is that we're putting ourselves in different environments where we can be able to now negotiate with other people. We can see a little bit of their form. It's a learning process. It gives you confidence too as well, because now you can see how other people talk, how other people engage. I mean, I don't know if you ever seen the movie Shark Tank. It's an awesome television show where they talk about negotiation and how they do it. But it's successful networking because it's helping you to engage with others. Another benefit is you have strong connections. It helps you to understand and relate to others and building long-term relationships. I can't say how much the power of communication and networking goes. I was just at a conference over the weekend, happened to meet a beautiful, beautiful lady, beautiful spirit that I have met her on a virtual network platform, and it was 6 years ago. But because we had that strong connection, I finally got to meet her in person. So it's nothing like being virtually now in person, but the longevity of the relationship came through communication and networking. It builds loyalty. So when you receive support from others, it helps you. It's a part of when you're networking and communication, people now and again know, like, and trust you. So you're building that support. You're being loyal to them. Some other benefits is that it helps you to increase your visibility. When we go to networking events or we're showing our brand across many different platforms, people now start to recognize who we are. Tapped In magazine is a global recognized publication because we have increased and enhanced and 10 times X our visibility to make sure that we're seen in the marketplace. And when you increase your visibility, it brings on so many opportunities. Again, when you're trying to put that mass message out to the community, it is communication, but it's also networking. Another benefit is collaboration. It leads to partnership. Mastering the art of communication leads to partnerships and joint ventures. It can help you expand your reach and offer new avenues that maybe sometimes you wouldn't be able to even offer, and to grow your business. You get access to resources. See, when we do this thing effectively and efficiently, it can give us so much information to help us be that one-stop shop for our clients. It gives you information, it gives you tools, it gives you introduction to individuals that you really would have never again met if you wouldn't expanding the part or trying to master the art of communication. It gives you brand awareness. I've been kind of talking about, our brand, like Tapped In magazine, because we are so into the communication space and we're trying to make sure that we maximize our effort. Our brand comes along with it. Now, just because you have a brand, you are communicating. Your brand is the message. And you want to make sure that you are communicating and networking, or networking and communicating your brand. And that's a benefit when you actually master the art of communication. It gives you so much awareness. It gives you access to decision makers, those who are looking for your business. It's making your pitching ideas or discussion opportunities easier. See, when we're out there and we're networking and people know who we are, we've made the connections, the introduction becomes so easy. It's not like you have to go and do a lot of pitching or you have to do a lot of selling. It's now building relationships is what we're doing. It gives you industry trends. See, a lot of times we don't really know what's out there if we're not communicating, networking, or networking and communication. A lot of times if we don't do that, we don't know what's trending, because a lot of times we get a lot of information from other people. Yeah, we can always go to YouTube University, but in the same sense, I mean, if we're not staying according to our topics, knowing the current topics. But a lot of times do we get the inside trend? I went to an event, which was the Millionaire Conference, and I got to really see how millionaires think. They're futuristic. They're thinking way into the future. But if we're not actually in those spaces and communicating and starting conversations, we won't be able to get that information. And the last benefit is it's really about business growth. I mean, we have to continue to always be looking, how do we grow our business? How do we elevate? And we do that through communication, networking and communication. See, if we're not opening this beautiful thing that God gave us on our face to really kind of put ourselves out there, there's no way that we're going to be able to elevate to the next level. I always like to talk about what's the plan. See, a lot of times when we get into the networking space or communication space, we never have a plan, especially if you're going to a networking event, whether it's virtually or in person. Please have a plan. I'm gonna give you just some strategies that we use and our team use when we go about setting plans. We always set a goal. You want to have an objective. No matter what event you go to, you want to have an objective. What are you really going there for? What are you looking for? What are you seeking? Are you seeking new clients, partnerships? I mean, have a clear focus goal. Make sure that you do your research on any event that you go to. See, a lot of times we waste a lot of time because we really need to do the proper preparation before we get to the event. Make sure that you do the research. Make sure that you know who's there, who's hosting it, how long they've hosted it. Let's talk about how do we prepare our introduction. Instead of focusing on selling, I mean, we need to be preparing ways to make an impression. See, a lot of times we go to networking events and we want to flip our cards. You know, the best blackjack dealers is people who go to networking events and just flip cards, okay? Because they're hoping to land that perfect person. But see, if you prepare your introduction and not think about selling, but how do I make an impression on the person that I'm going to see? Or how am I going to make an impression when I go into this event? That's the plan. You know, we want to make sure it's adaptable to no matter what audience you go to, but you want to be able to prepare. How do I make an impression? Don't think about, you know, my pitch or selling. How do I make an introduction? Another thing, when you go to an event, whether it's virtual or in person, make sure you have all the essentials that you need. Make sure your phone is charged up. Make sure that you have your scannable business card. Make sure that it is all up to date. Please don't go and think that you can go to a networking event and we don't circumvent. See, one thing before we go as a part of a preparation or getting our plan together is make sure that all of our links are working. Make sure that the phone number is clearly on there. Make sure my name is visible on there. Make sure if I have any new promotionals that I'm going to give out, make sure all that is updated, because now we can just do that scan card and we want to make sure that they get immediate access to it. And we want to make sure that everything's up to date, because the last thing that they're going to do, they're not going to be looking for us. See, they're not going to be looking for us. If the information is not correct, when we actually put it out there, you can forget your prospect trying to find you, because they're not going to do it. They're going to say, listen, you are in a business setting. You are out here networking and prospecting your business. This is your brand. And we want to make sure that all of our information is correct, because if it's not, you can forget a prospect trying to go back and try to find that information and trying to look for you, because they're not going to do it. The next thing too, you know, we want to do some active listing. I've talked about it a little bit in the previous conversation, but active listing shows genuine interest and ask some open-ended questions. When you're at a networking event, I mean, let's really maximize it. Ask questions that you're looking for. Don't make them related to a selling pitch, but ask questions of how you could, how this person can help you, or what do they have? What's unique about them? Because you're looking for them ultimately maybe to be your client, or you're looking to give them clients. It's the best way to really connect with the relationship. Make sure when you go to an event to at least connect with 5 people. Do not go to a networking event and at least connect and walk out empty-handed, because you have wasted valuable time. valuable time. I see so many people that go to networking events where they're at conferences and things of that nature. This could be a whole room of people, but you fail to go and introduce yourself or make 5 connections. So make sure that you're staging contact information. Next thing, you can join their Facebook group. Most of these conferences, networking events, and things of that nature, they have a Facebook group because, see, they're wanting to start the community and the communication before people even get there. And the best way for you to be able to break the ice of where it won't be so awkward when you get there, if you start connecting with people in that Facebook group, then when you actually see them at the event, you can be like, oh, you know what? I'm glad to meet you. You know, we've been exchanging some information, you know, so now you already have a conversation going. So it's not awkward. You don't have to put on that pretend facade to say that you like being there when you really don't like being there. You want to meet people because you have to, but you've already met them in the process. The last thing I want to talk about is a plan is do a follow-up process. Listen, things happen, life happen. Within 24 hours, you're forgotten about. So right then and there, when you're talking to a prospect, I mean, set up a chat conversation with them, a virtual or coffee conversation with them. Do it immediately. Hey, what does your schedule look like, you know, Wednesday of next week? Love to kind of learn more, a little bit about what you're doing. Is 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock good for you? And if you're doing some active listening, you can now kind of pinpoint how the conversation is going to go when you actually meet them. Real quickly, virtual, if you're doing virtual, listen, again, make sure that your setup is good. Make sure that there's no weird stuff behind you. Make sure that you have a nice, quiet, comfortable place that you're going to be engaging in the virtual conference or conversation. Make sure that all your tools are working. It's nothing like if you get onto a virtual event and your mic ain't working or your screen ain't working. Please do not get on a virtual event and do not show your face, because you are doing business with people who you can see. That is so important. If you are not prepared to be on that virtual conference or call, do not get on it. Do not get on it. I teach all the time about the importance of interacting with someone, and I cannot interact with you if I'm looking at your screen. So make sure that you are on there. Again, make sure that you're taking notes. A lot of times we don't take notes, and then we think we're going to get the replay. No, take notes, because we can actually miss something. Note takers are money makers. I always say that. And I always speak up. I always speak up because it's important for people to see that you're in the room. Again, it is, when we're thinking about what our plan is, make sure that you map it out. You know, I have in my office a blue board, a blueprint. So when I go to a networking event, I'm going to hit these 5 things on my blueprint. So when I come back, I know exactly that I've been able to maximize my time at it, whether it's a virtual or whether it's an in-person event. Real quick, we're going to talk about, you know, what type of networker are you? What kind of networker are you? Now, a lot of people, we don't really kind of think about this when we go into a networking event, but there's 8 different type of networkers. And when you go into a room, you want to feel comfortable. This is the best way for you to feel comfortable, because you now know what to look for in the room. I always say, when you go into a networking room, do a 3 panoramic view of the room. Look and see what everybody is doing in the room. And the reason why I say that, because it helps you to be able to navigate where you want to be. See, we already going to the events because we really kind of don't want to. But if we know how to network within the groups, then it makes it so much easier. I'm gonna give you real quick, 8 quick ones real quick. So the first one is the social butterfly. This is the type of person, when you look into the room and you see everything that's happened, you'll be able to identify this person. The social butterfly person is the one who is the attention grabber. She's the socialite who's making the biggest noise, laughing, giggling, all kind of people around her, because she's loving the event and she's wanting you to come into the fold so she can start introducing you to people in the event. But this is a social butterfly. She will be in the corner, probably maybe 2 when you come in, maybe to the right of the room or the left, whichever way you come into. She's going to be there. That person's going to be there. It's going to be a group of them. The second person is the expert or the business promoter. These people, this type of networker, they're so highly knowledgeable. See, these people are not trying to network. They're just trying to tell you their business. They're just giving you some good old advice about what's going on. They're sharing their valuable expertise with you. See, when they attend the event, they're just there to promote their business only. Just to promote their business only. It's like, if you're and people tend to be around them because see, it's kind of like if you had a Pinto versus a Lexus, you're going to go to the higher grade because these people you're going to feel knows what they're doing. They've been in the industry, they've been in the business. And so these type of people going to be suited down, very, nonchalant, maybe have a small drink in their hand, just very kosher people. The next one is I want to call I don't know, the inquisitive minds. I want to say the FOMO, fear of missing out. These are the type of networkers that attend events to gather knowledge. They want to know what's going on, or we can call them our trendsetters. They want to know what's happening, what's the trendy things that's going on. How can I get a part of it? I mean, who's having the next event? Who's having the next party? I want to make sure that I'm a part of it. The fifth one is your buffet eaters. Some people just go to networking events to eat. That's it, and to show, hey, I've been here. I can tell my boss I've been here, but they just go to eat. Remember, I always say that the conversation starts at the end of the buffet line, not at the beginning. 6, you have your walker and connectors. These people are just they're walking around focusing on building relationships, connecting with people. They're primarily seeking out opportunities to introduce individuals. They're looking to make referrals. They're looking to build that resource data bank. And you'll just see them. They're casually walking around, just kind of looking. The next one is this is your 7th person. This is a digital networker. This person is probably going to be just sitting at the bar, leaning up against the wall. And only way that you're going to connect with them is on digital. Digitally, they're going to be on any social media platform. That's only where you're going to connect with them. That's the only way you're going to have a communication with them. So when you actually see this person, you'll be like, okay, what's your Instagram? What's your Facebook? What's your LinkedIn? Then the conversation starts. Then you have the last one is your ghost. I call these your goalies because they are on a mission to hit their goal. See, they're approaching networking events differently. They have a specific goal and a strategy. They are highly focused on achieving their goals, and they're looking just for networking tools. Their interaction is going to be very minimum because they know who they came to talk to because they did their research before. I want to jump into LinkedIn real quick because that's our 4th way. LinkedIn has over 810 million users. It's a free platform, but it's also overlooked. But the conversation actually starts in your profile. A lot of people don't look at it that way, but it's your profile. A lot of people get intimidated by LinkedIn because they don't know really how to use it. We do what we call a LinkedIn boot camp every Wednesday. We do an overview of how to maximize your LinkedIn in 90 minutes. So if you're looking to utilize this platform, which is a free platform, let's maximize all of your social media. And this is one that we're doing. Did I mention it was 810 million users, over 810 million users? So let's make sure that we kind of talk about how do we maximize our LinkedIn profile. One is going to be making sure that you have your picture, your banner to make sure that you're representing. Make sure you're highlighting. Your highlights are concise and clear, that it's really saying who you are, what you do, and how I can connect with you. We want to talk about your summary, like make your summary where people can feel inviting into your conversation. That's that know, like, and trust where we build it right there in that summary. Your experience, talk about your accomplishments, how you helped people, how you've done things for people. Your skills should be something that people endorse, that they can say that, hey, you know what? I endorse her on networking. I endorse her on marketing or content creating. Make sure that we're putting our education in, all of our education, no matter how long. Some people say, well, I'm not going to put that. No, anything you've done should be in there. Your certification should be in there. I mean, anything that you've done, licensing, training, that showcase your expertise. You are building a conversation because, see, within LinkedIn, now they're trying to change their format. You could tell what's important and what they found from maybe doing over surveys, what's important. They've now kind of put the most important stuff at the top. So when we think about what's the conversation, where does the conversation begin? When they do their SEOs and you wanting to make sure that you have specific keywords in there when your prospect is looking for you, they want to click on there and they want to be able to have that conversation. A lot of times we want to know, who are you? Who are you and how do you serve? And that's where your volunteer experience goes. What kind of causes do you support? I mean, that's a part of the whole communication. In a media attach, if you've been in news, press release, magazines like Tapped In Magazine, if you've been in any of this stuff, please put it into your profile. Because what happens is everybody say you want to make sure that you're Googleable. So when they look at you and they find that, oh, okay, this is a person that might could be able to help my clients, or this may be a person that maybe can help my organization, they're going to do more extensive research on you. And they're going to hit that what they call Google button. And they want to make sure that all of this stuff shows your credibility. Make sure that you engage in networking, participate in LinkedIn groups, share some valuable information with what you're doing. It's not so important about being on these platforms, but when we're on the platforms, we have to make sure that we utilize them. Remember, I said networking, conversation is networking. And it all is every time that you put anything out on social media, that means you're trying to have a conversation with someone. You want someone to click on your information. You want people to like, share, and comment on your information, but it has to be clear, concise, even memorable. People got to understand who you are and what you do. I always tell people that once you really identify that, you now build walking billboards that are doing the communication and networking for you. See, and what I mean by a walking billboard is that once people really know who you are, they will send your message for you even when you're not in the room. Let me say that again. They'll send your message for you when you're not even in the room. You've been put in rooms right now that you don't even know that you've been put in because of the message, your branding, the visibility, your communication, how you've networked. You've made that reputable conversation. So listen, I just want to say right now, Tapped In Magazine is amazing. And we didn't get there, but we can help you to be able to do all those things. Go to Tapped In, TAPIN magazine.org.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tandra Price. It's been amazing listening to you not only talk about network, you are the network ninja, but also about LinkedIn, which is a lot of people's Achilles tendon. So thank you so very much for that information. Genius is coming, and I will see you on the other side.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Dr. Eric Kelly III, the visionary strategist and founder of the Black Business Olympics. I invite you to showcase your Black-owned businesses on the Black Business Network global stage. The Black Business Olympics is a global Black business network platform that propels Black-owned businesses into the international spotlight. By showcasing your business on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can reach a worldwide audience of potential customers, partners, and investors. You can also establish yourself as a thought leader, an expert in your field, attract lucrative partnerships, and more speaking engagements. In addition, the Black Business Olympics platform provides a valuable opportunity to connect and collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals from around the world. This can lead to new business opportunities, ideas, and relationships. Finally, by sharing your story and expertise on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can inspire and empower others. This is a powerful way to make a positive impact on the world and leave a lasting legacy. If you are a Black-owned business owner, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to showcase your business on the Black Business Olympics platform. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an indelible mark on the world. Be one of the 1,000 visionary entrepreneurs who are changing students' lives, shaping industries, and leaving an unforgettable legacy for their families. Unleash your voice on our global stage and watch your business thrive. Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Yes, the entire world. Just give me a call today at 919-308-9090.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you.